Sandwiched between the Surge Mesh Kit and the Strike Pro in the Alesis eDrum lineup sits the Command Mesh Kit. It's targeted towards intermediate to advanced drummers and boasts a module with lots of customization options. But is it enough to justify the extra cost, and are you getting as good a deal when compared to the rest of the kits in the Alesis lineup? To answer that question, in today's video I'm going to talk about the look of the kit, the build quality, the sound quality, the size and portability, the features, the cost, and whether it's worth buying when compared to the other Alesis drum kits. Straight off, it's a fantastic looking kit. The white heads against the black pads and frame has a great contrast. It has 10-inch snare and 8-inch tom pads and standard 10-inch rubber cymbal pads. It's quite a large kit and takes up a large amount of the room it's in. The large frame gives it a solid and imposing look, looking great in a room, in a practice space, or on a stage. It has what Alesis calls a real feel hi-hat pedal controller that's slightly bulkier than the pedals on the other eDrums they do. The extra size houses a more sophisticated setup, giving you more control over the hi-hat than on the other kits. As you would expect at this price point, the kit has a bass drum pedal with a beater on a tower with a generously sized bass drum pad. Alesis build quality tends to be pretty good, and as this kit is at the upper price range, the materials used are much stronger than the other kits across the line. It comes with all mesh heads, meaning that the tension can be adjusted on the pads to increase or decrease rebound to help replicate the feel of an acoustic drum kit. These heads are very hard wearing and any damage is usually user error. They can take a beating, but if you buy these kits new, make sure to tighten the heads straight out of the box, as they're never tight enough and a hard hitter could potentially damage the sensors below the heads. Also, make sure that the pads aren't set up at an extreme angle facing you. Just a slight tilt towards you is enough. Too much and the sticks can end up stabbing the heads rather than hitting them, and this also can damage them. The cymbal pads are exactly the same as you find on the rest of the range and are made from a soft feel rubber. While you're less likely to damage these, the advice is also to make sure that they're fairly flat with a slight tilt towards you rather than at an extreme angle. This will help with rebound and technique. The pads feel very comfortable to play, and the extra size from the frame and heavy-duty mount points on the pole arms really helps to keep the pads in place and makes the kit feel very solid. Let's have a listen to how this kit sounds now. As always, this is recorded straight into Logic with no effects or compression on it, and this is the first sound setting on the module. Well, I can't help but feel a little disappointed by this kit. Yes, the sounds are decent, but when you consider that these drums are £700 and is supposed to be a big step up from most of the other modules, I can't help but expect more. The module boasts multi-samples for many of the sounds, so instead of one sound that gets louder or softer, depending on how hard you hit the drum pad, you'll hear slight variations in each hit, with the intention that nuanced playing will shine through and drum rolls will sound more natural. But the sounds themselves aren't really all that impressive. It comes with 54 factory kit settings and 671 total sounds. A lot I found to be lackluster, and I can't imagine a lot of situations where people would want to use them. So you can hear all of the sounds. I did a video where I play through all of the sound settings on the Command Mesh kit. I've linked the video in the description below. If you intend on using this for recording or playing live, I highly recommend connecting it up to a DAW like Logic or something like that, and using a VST like Superior Drummer in order to get the best sounds out of it. I can't help but feel that the new Nitro Max kit by Alesis comes with stock sounds that are actually better and more useful than the Command. This speaks volumes about how the technology Alesis uses is coming along. Looking at the practical elements of this kit, if you're buying new, it will come disassembled and setup can take around an hour, but will depend on your experience setting up electric drum kits. If you've purchased one and need help assembling it, I've linked a setup video in the description below. Now, when set up, this kit is pretty big, At around 90 centimeters wide and 75 centimeters deep, you need a fairly decent space in order to fit it in. Because of that large frame, it's quite difficult to store when not being used, as it doesn't flat pack easily. One of the advantages of the other electric drum kits in the Alesis lineup is that they are easy to pick up and move around as one. Some you can even pick up with one hand. The command mesh isn't especially heavy, however due to its size it makes it tricky to carry around. Getting it through door frames especially so. I've not enjoyed moving this kit around at all, so I suspect this would be the same for most adults. It will fit in a medium-sized hatchback car as one, but I would recommend breaking the kit down to move it around if you have a small hatchback. I'm 6'2" and it's very easy to get this kit into a comfortable playing position. When I set it up for my height, there was plenty of headroom to go taller, so it should be fine for most adults. The connection points can be slid downwards as well, so could be put into a playing position for a child and have the kit go up with them. This kit would be best suited for being set up permanently in a place for either practice or rehearsals, and is a good choice if you need your kit to be solid. The Command Mesh kit is pretty good for features as it offers dual zone drum pads and cymbal pads, allowing you to have a lot of different customization options when setting up custom kits. It's also possible to add your own drum samples via USB so that you can create your own unique kits. You can record your performances directly on the module too, with up to 5 internal tracks or 99 with a USB thumb drive. The module has a USB MIDI input and MIDI out-in inputs for recording directly into a computer. It has Tom4 and Crash 2 inputs for expanding the kit. These can also be used for adding a pad that can be customized with a different sound, like a cowbell or a second snare for example. Alternatively, you could set up a second bass drum tower and pedal for double bass drums. The module also has mono and stereo outputs for plugging into an amp or directly plugging into an interface to record the stock sounds. It also has an aux-in for song playback from an external device like a phone or a tablet, and a phone's output for headphones. It's important to note that the kit does not have speakers built in, so headphones or an amp will be required in order for you to be able to hear the drums. The kit comes with a single bass drum pedal, but thanks to the size of the bass drum tower, it's easy to fit a set of double bass drum pedals. This is probably the easiest kit to do this with out of the lineup apart from the Strike Pro. The tower is solid and it's comfortable to play double bass drum pedals on. The sound triggers well without the same sensitivity issues of the lower models. At the time of this video, you can pick up a Command Mesh Special Edition new for around £700. For £750, you can get a bundle that will then include a stool and headphones, things that don't come with the base kit. Compared to its competitors like Roland and Yamaha, it provides an attractive alternative at that price point. But when you consider you can get a Surge Mesh kit starting at £509 that offers a similar sized frame and dual zone pads, and you can get a Nitro Max starting at £400 and that comes with Bluetooth, a tablet stand and better sounds, it slowly doesn't start to look like such a good deal. Ultimately, it's a feature-rich, well-built electric drum kit that is let down massively by the sounds and struggles when you put it up against alternatives. It is seriously worth considering going for the Nitro Max instead. If you want a pro experience and your budget and the space of your room allows, go for the Alesis Strike Pro, or perhaps consider a Roland kit to get a premium drum kit experience. If you do go for the Command Mesh kit, it won't let you down and should last you many years. But if you're an advanced player looking for a quality electric drum kit experience, perhaps this isn't the place to start. As always, thanks for watching and I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe as it really helps us out. If you have any thoughts or questions, please put them in the comments section. Thanks again, I'll see you next time.